Officials say the bodies and the remains that are found are sent to the medical examiner's office and are using DNA samples from family members to aid in the identification. We heard from Fort Lauderdale Police, who is the lead department investigating this case, who say it was 2 adult males who were struck by a truck. Miami-Dade County officials say rescue teams have made progress throughout the day, but yet no one has been pulled out of the rubble alive yet. And tonight we are learning 3 additional names of the people who lost their lives unexpectedly. 1,230 acres impacted compared to their estimated of 1,600 acres earlier. Police say he faces several charges, including criminal mischief and a 3rd-degree felony with evidence of prejudice. We're right here by the clubhouse of the Spanish Lakes Mobile Home Park. This is how far law enforcement is letting us get to, but just take a look behind me. You can see the smoke from this massive fire, the smoke still billowing into the air. You can see also a helicopter there has been circling around that perimeter of where the fire is happening. Boca Raton police have not released the names of the victims, and their preliminary investigation shows it was an argument that escalated to shots fired. The driver and the victims are part of the Fort Lauderdale Gay Men's Chorus, a small 25-member group made up of mostly older men. A majority of them were not here tonight for the service as a community came together to show strength. It's the Connie House Assisted Living Facility. It is named after gay rights icon Connie Kurtz. Hendricks says about 5 to 6 LGBTQ senior citizens will be living here come this fall. Here at the Loggerhead Marine Life Center in Juno Beach, where doctors are treating a hawksbill sea turtle whose flippers were injured by a shark. Fair will be on the regular schedule in January, and tonight the fair ends at 8 o'clock, so you have a couple of hours to come on out, get your tickets, enjoy the fair, enjoy the great weather. I'm gonna go get a turkey leg and then go on a ride, so I gotta go. At the intersection of Northeast 1st Street and Northeast 2nd Avenue in Delray Beach is the LGBTQ Pride Crosswalk. It's dedicated to Nicholas Coppola.
This was something that I considered that was for all of us, but I as personal as I took it, I take it on behalf of the community, the damage that was done. This was an assault on an entire community. Police say
20-year-old Alexander Jarek turned himself in after a concerned citizen forwarded cell phone video alleging Jarek burned out intentionally on the Pride intersection on Monday. Police say the skid marks are about 15 feet across the painting.
This is, like, again, let's say that there's a surface, but these wounds run deep. I mean, we've had how many trans, siblings murdered, viciously murdered, in such a short period of time most recently. So this, again, shows just how much more work we have to do.
I don't believe anybody of any intelligence did this. It's important to understand that we're united together as a community, as a human race.
People were so outraged.
Rand Hogg is the president and the founder of the Palm Beach County Human Rights Council and a former judge. He says a lot of people don't realize the Pride intersection is protected under a new Florida law.
The new law provides that it's a felony, and if they're convicted, they have to pay whoever is owning the memorial to replace it or repair it.
Because it's not representative. This is definitely not representative of Delray Beach.
Our search and rescue teams found another body in the rubble. And as well, our search has revealed some human remains.
Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniela Levine Cava making that announcement tonight. 156 people are still unaccounted for, and 5 people have now been confirmed dead from Thursday's partial condo collapse at Champlain Tower South. Cava says they'll be relying on DNA testing to help identify any of the bodies recovered.
That is why we've already been gathering DNA samples from the family members. So they have all participated and provided DNA to assist us in the identification.
Florida U.S. Senator Marco Rubio says his office will work to get visas for the families of many foreign nationals who lived at the Champlain Tower.
The State Department is now on site. They now have a personnel on site, which will help further expedite this should additional relatives need to come here and for whatever any arrangements that need to be made after the fact.
Surfside Mayor Charles Burkett says he received concerns from other residents who live in the Champlain North Tower since that condominium was built the same year and by the same developer. Mayor Burkett says any evacuations of that building are voluntary. He also wants to do a top-to-bottom forensic study of that building. The mayor says his building official went in today.
To paraphrase my conversation with my building official, he came back and said basically that they didn't find anything that was out of order.
Now, Mayor Burkett says that the results of that deeper inspection of the north and east building of the Champlain Towers could take up to a couple of weeks. Meantime, FEMA, we've learned, will pay for the expenses of lodging for those residents who decide to voluntarily evacuate. In Surfside, I'm Josh Navarro, WPTV News Channel 5. County health officials say vaccination is the best way to achieve herd immunity. That way, people can come out and watch a baseball tournament without worrying about catching or spreading COVID. Saturday night at Clover Park in Port St. Lucie, the crowds came out for the USA versus Venezuela Olympic baseball qualifier.
It's great to be back at the ballpark. Look, it's great to be here cheering for Team USA, certainly, but great to be back at a ballpark again where we all should have the chance to come out and enjoy life.
Inside the stadium, crowds cheered and clapped. The scene not unlike what life was like before COVID hit.
Florida Health is vaccinated.
Outside the park, a DJ reminding people COVID hasn't completely left, announcing an opportunity for folks to walk up and get the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
It's like actually motivates people more because they're already here and maybe they just get it done with and they continue to see the game.
The more people who get vaccinated, the term herd immunity that you're familiar with, that it just adds to the effectiveness of people getting vaccinated.
While only a small percentage of the crowd took advantage of the clinic, a good portion we spoke to have already been vaccinated, like Tristan Jones.
So having an easy way to do it while also getting into recreation is a great way to kind of encourage people or kind of up the percentage.
Medical experts estimate we'll reach herd immunity when 65 to 85% of the population is vaccinated. In Port St. Lucie, I'm Josh Navarro, WPTV News Channel 5. La Cocinita Latina in Palm Springs serves up authentic Puerto Rican dishes. It's been locally owned for 6 years. The owner says they've applied for relief aid last year, which helped them keep afloat. And now with more federal aid to be made available starting Monday, they say every cent helps.
Everybody's business is down because that's good for the business. Money. We have family, everybody needs help.
The Small Businesses Administration is opening up applications for its Restaurant Revitalization Fund, and $28.6 billion is up for grabs. Business owners can recoup up to $10 million of pandemic-related losses.
Busy all the time. Look at that. That's a blessing. God is good.
Omar Alvarado is a franchise owner of La Michoacana ice cream shop in Lake Worth. He opened his doors last year in the middle of the pandemic.
And I ain't never been worried. In this situation, right now, everything's gonna be just going like better day by day.
Alvarado says his faith and community support have helped him get through the tough times, but says federal relief would really ease the burden financially.
I would very appreciate if they give me, help because I need to pay and handle the employee, payroll, and that's the best part. That's the more difficult part of the business. And that's the number one, the employee, and you need to take care of the employee. After that, you got everything.
The Small Business Administration will accept applications starting tomorrow on Monday. We're told priority will go to women, veteran, and minority-owned businesses for the first 21 days. In Lake Worth, I'm Josh Navarro, WPTV News Channel 5.